Good afternoon, everyone. This is your girl Koteria, and welcome back to my channel, My Opinions Vlog. I have a very quiet weekend. My kids are with their grandmother, but let's go ahead and get into it. I'm going to be talking about y'all queen, the Nicki and the Minaj, okay? Y'all know how this is going to go. If you're sensitive, exit stage left, find you a fucking therapist. But let's go ahead and get into Nicki Minaj. She dropped Fuck the Club Up remix yesterday. I did listen to it yesterday afternoon. I listened to it twice, and I listened to it again. You understand now, Fuck the Club Up is a song that she did originally by herself on her Pink Friday 2 album. It's just a, regular rap song. She decided to do a remix and invite Sexyy Red, Chris Brown, and Travis Scott. I was very surprised about Travis Scott because I know they had like a little falling out when it came down to them dropping their albums. I believe she dropped Queen. He dropped his album at the same time, and it was fighting over petty stuff about who album was streaming on the Billboard's charts. Really petty, and I think she kind of went after him and said some slick shit. So I thought they was kind of at odds, but I'm glad they on a grown woman and man-ish, and they made up. And she offered him to be on the Fuck the Club Up remix. Not my cup of tea. Don't like the song. Now, only thing I do like about the song is the chorus part when the guys say "fuck the club," fuck the. I like that. It's a club banger, a club bop. I also like Chris Brown, Breezy. I like his verse. Now, when it comes down to the Breezy, y'all know that's his alter ego, Breezy, So I think when he's going hard and when he's going in, you know what, that Breezy comes out. Even though I like the Chris Brown, the R&B, soulful single Chris Brown, but it seemed like when he's going in, that's when that Breezy come out, okay? Now, I didn't know that Chris Brown was versatile. I never heard Chris Brown rap until, matter of fact, he dropped a diss track. I'm going to get into that on another video and also on Fuck the Club Up remix. I didn't think that Chris Brown could spit bars. I feel like Chris Brown go harder than a lot of these goddamn rappers in the industry right now. Just off of the 2 songs between, his diss, Wink Link, the Weakest Link, and also Fuck the Club Up remix. I love Chris Brown motherfucking verse on Fuck the Club Up remix. If I do decide to listen to it, it will be solely because of Chris Brown. Nicki Minaj is a no-go. Like I said, no shade, but I guess it is because y'all know I say what come to mind and I say what I feel. I don't like the new style of Nicki Minaj at all. I like when she first came out in the industry, the first 2 albums, I already said this. I probably said it 20 times. The recent music Nicki Minaj has put out is a no-go for me. I get tired of that goddamn pop. It's like she plays around with her rap. It's not, I like real serious rap. That's just me. Okay, I like, if you're going to rap, I need you to really spit it all like, my name is Nicki, and I'm so pretty. If you get what I'm saying, y'all get what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? The real ones, not the motherfucking mud dog barbs. I said what I said. You understand? I don't like that. And that's how she rap now. That's her new tone of rap. I'm not with that, silly, Juilliard Playgirl type of rap. So no, I like Nicki Minaj's verse. I just like the chorus in Chris Brown verses. Sexyy Red sound like the same old Sexyy Red. I'm not a fan of her music. I don't like none of Sexyy Red music, but I respect her hustle. But like I said, Fuck the Club Up is for the barbs or her fans. No go. If I decided to listen to it about 4 or 5 times, it would solely be because of Chris Brown verse, which means I will skip through the track only to listen to Chris Brown part, and that's the honest truth. Okay, now moving on. Happy for Nicki Minaj, you know what I'm saying? Good for her. I'm also going to be waiting for the music video because I believe that's going to be dropping, and I will probably be interested because of Chris Brown, to be honest. Speaking of Nicki Minaj, y'all know Nicki Minaj is a attention-seeking whore in my book. Just like many other people, you understand, she lives and breathes her Twitter and IG, mainly Twitter. But she announced that she had some hiccups when she was continuing her sold-out tour, Pink Friday 2 tour, also Gag City in Canada. She had some hiccups when it came down to her private G5. Now, she took to her Twitter and said that, it was they tried to kind of sabotage her Canada show, because she was supposed to get on this plane at 12 a.m. and something about, there was delayed. They had to fuel the plane, and they were supposed to do another time. It was excuses and excuses. Y'all can go to her Twitter and look at this. But anywho, she finally made it to Canada through the grace of God and through prayers. Even though she was a little bit late, but she made it. But she said when she got there, you know, you go to different countries, they have to do a thorough cavity check. They have to check your bags. They got to check you up and down to make sure you don't have any weapons or possession of drugs. This is what they do. And she said that they kind of never really did this. They checked her before, but they always did it in a car where they always search her bags, you know, privately in the car. And I guess this time they did it where they stood at, and that bothered her because they changed up this time. And of course, she goes to social media and cries about it. And was like, oh, you know what? You know, they didn't do this the last 3, 4, 5 times, but now this time is different. It don't matter. You can't run these people airport. I don't care if they gave you a pass 6 or 7 times. Like I said, you get there. If they do something different, they do something different. You is no different from any average regular person, even though you're a celebrity. You understand? Now, mind you, we didn't have to know about this. I don't think this would even got out through TMZ or any other platform. She brought it to the social media. So, of course, people like me going to do videos about it, and the barbers are going to be upset and bothered because, like I said, she's a attention-seeking whore. She talks about this stuff, and of course, people are going to get a reaction. I'm glad she made it to her sold-out tour. That's all that matters. She gave a show. But one thing I kind of hate about her, everything that don't go in her favor, I kind of see a competitive rendition with her, which meaning she's going to blame somebody else. It's always somebody hating, or somebody trying to sabotage her, or somebody trying to do something to her. That is not the case. Okay, the world doesn't evolve around you, Nicki Minaj. I am so glad that your tours are selling out, but girl, get over your fucking self. You've been in the industry for about 15 years. You ain't you ain't hot. You ain't up and coming. You ain't new. You've been in this game for, you know, so many years. So it's like every time I look around, you know, every time there's an issue from her, pertaining her, it's always pointing somebody, you know, pointing the finger at somebody to blame. It's somebody's fault. Somebody trying to do this. Somebody trying to take me out of the game and industry. Ain't nobody can remove you from this industry, Nicki Minaj, but you. But you. But every time I look around, she's always complaining about something. Somebody's always hating. Somebody always doing something. If this was really going on, you wouldn't have a sold-out tour. If people were trying to hold you back, you wouldn't have a sold-out tour. You wouldn't be on goddamn motherfucking Twitter every 8, 9 hours every time you have a show talking about how you sold out the next show. You're going to sell out. We know this. You have a big following, a big fan base that supports you. This is why your shows are selling out, and there's nothing wrong with it. Do we have to hear it about it every day? No one really cares. I do think it's all in your mind. It lives rent-free in your mind. Okay, I feel like now that I think about it, I think this might be the only first world tour that ever sold out for Nicki Minaj. I see why she's so, adamant, and she's so happy about her shows selling out. Good for you. I am so happy. You understand? But like I said, we didn't have to know about the hiccup with the airplane situation. Mind you, you were still able to do the show. You understand? But I feel like she likes to gas herself up for her own sympathy and payola. I don't know what you're going to gain from this. Okay, at least she was able to put on a show for your fans. But I noticed that every time when there's something bad that happens for her, or bad luck, or something that'll go in her favor, it's always somebody trying to sabotage her, come after her, do her wrong. And it's like made up bullshit. And I feel like she's spinning this narrative so, you know what, she can have a reason to blame such and such her enemy or her ops. And saying that her ops is doing this. And it's like, Nicki Minaj, girl, nobody paying you no fucking attention. Nobody paying you attention but your goddamn delusional barbs. Which they should. They're your fans. You understand what I'm saying? Don't nobody pray against you. Ain't nobody praying for your downfall. I think it's all in her head. Just watch. When there's another hiccup, she's going to say, oh, somebody sabotaged me, praying against me, wish me bad luck. Girl, everybody wish you the best. I even wish you the best. I am a fan of Nicki Minaj. Yes, I am. I like her early on music. If it comes up, I will still listen to it. But I'm not going to be singing her praises every time she does something. I'm going to hold her accountable when she do stupidity. But yes, I am a fan. I'm not a diehard fan. I'm an old fan of her old music. So yes, you understand? But I just feel like she kind of like loves to spin chaos, and she wants, you know, her ops, the people that don't like her, to react. We see you, girl. I'm so happy that your shows are selling out. Good for you. It should. You work hard in your own right. You are solidified. But I think she likes people to always constantly boost her head up, always constantly talk about her and sing her praises. And that shit is repetitive. It's very obsessive. You giving like, if girl, you just came out, like this is something that Glorilla and Meg should be doing. These are new girls in the industry. You've been in this industry for 15 years, but the way she talks and the way she just parades around this narrative about, oh, I sold out, I sold out, I sold out, I sold out. Good, girl, you've been selling albums. This is nothing new. But anywho, that's all I got to say when it comes down to, oh, yes, and speak of Nicki Minaj really quickly, because I had seen in the blogs that, you know, she was on Station Head. You know, she always been on Station Head and other social media platforms that she gets on with her barbs. And, you know, she throws subliminals. She's the queen of subliminals. That's why I always say that, because she said that. That's what she does. She don't really, you know, she don't really, debate and go back and forth when it comes down to dissing people and music. She don't do diss tracks. She's not skilled, but she will throw subliminals. So when she talks, I hate the way she talks, by the way. When she gets, and sometimes that's why I see why people feel like she's on drugs or she's on pill and potions, like the song, because she talks like everybody, like she drags her voice, and it is so fucking annoying. I cannot stand to hear Nicki Minaj when she gets in her little spaces on social media and she talks like, why you gotta drag, girl? Just talk like a normal person. I hate that about her. But when she does interviews for the, you know, press, and when she's, you know, promoting her music, she sounds like her regular self. But when she get in these spaces, it sounds like she high as a kite. This is why people interpretate that she's always under the influence or some type of alcohol or, you know, pills, you know, or potions, because she's always dragging and sounding like she's tired. And I'd be like, oh my God. But anyways, okay, I almost forgot. Let's go ahead and get into Nicki Minaj in this Ice Spice situation. Now, I watched a couple of videos on this. I had read some articles. Everybody had their breakdowns and their opinions. But allegedly, earlier this week, after Nicki Minaj was done with her Pink Friday show, she tends to go on her social media spaces and platforms, and she chops it up with her barbs. Now, in one of the station head sessions this week, she was saying that certain individuals in the industry kind of have used her for features and, you know what I'm saying, to get their numbers up. Didn't put a name on it, but people automatically, you know, speculated she was talking about Ice Spice, because the thing that happened over a week ago where basically Ice Spice and Cardi B almost kind of like came, you know, head to head under a misunderstanding thanks to a messy blogger. Okay, and the woman was, you know, grown about it. They talked it out, and Cardi B kind of threw Ice Spice under the bus because she didn't have to let this be known on social media. But I feel like she had an angle to kind of get, you know, under Nicki Minaj's skin. That's my opinion. We can agree to disagree. And she told Ice Spice, you know, girl, you still got that picture in your phone that we took at the recent award ceremony. And, you know, Ice Spice can act dumb and stupid because she know, so she showed the pictures, and the barbs lost their shit. They got upset over a fucking picture. You know what I'm saying? This is a grown young woman, and she can mingle, talk to whoever she want to talk to, take a photo, but they felt some type of way. You understand? So, you know, of course, Nicki Minaj automatically going to be included into this because she don't know how to keep her you know, dog barbs under control. You know what I'm saying? She's always going to be baited in bullshit like this. You understand? So it made Nicki Minaj look, you know, kind of crazy, because remember, Nicki Minaj is the same, you know what I'm saying, super fast head is to big up this girl, and she just, you know, came on the scene. She just became mainstream. You know, Munch is kind of what really blew her up. And so Nicki Minaj crowned this girl the people's princess in short time. She crowned her the people princess, then JT. A lot of people kind of like had a problem with that, and it was coming after JT, where she called herself her own princess. But it didn't come from Nicki Minaj. It didn't come from Nicki Minaj, so it didn't really stick to JT. But yeah, Nicki Minaj called Ice Spice the people princess. And so yes, it got Nicki looking crazy, because now she's over here with her ops, and they're around here smooching on each other, taking pictures. You know, Ice Spice over here fanning out over Cardi B. You know, she's a fan. And, you know, the barbs don't like this. Mind you, Ice Spice have always supported Cardi B publicly, and so has Nicki Minaj. But it's always a problem when it comes down to the barbs. So, you know what? They said allegedly Ice Spice was supposed to be on the Fuck the Club or remix. But I think due to that little incident or whatnot, I believe that Nicki allegedly dropped her. And that's if she was going to be part of the Fuck the Club up. It has not been confirmed. But I feel that, you know what? She should have gotten Ice Spice over Sexy Red. I think it would have been a lot more interesting, a lot better. Sexy Red sound, I don't like, how can I say? I wish when people do features, they change up their flow. That's what it is. That same old flow is what gets me. You know, Sexy Red verse was short, but it wasn't hitting. But I felt like Ice Spice could have done a better job if she would have jumped on the Fuck the Club or remix. But like I said, Ice Spice have not addressed, you know what I'm saying, a lot of things. Only thing she last posted that I get under you whole skin, like, you know, Poison Ivy, which she do. That girl is a grown woman. She owed no loyalty to Nicki Minaj because she got 2 features out of her. Okay, that's just absurd. And we see the tactics of when you're dealing with Nicki Minaj, how it plays out. You understand? So, like I said, if she never worked with Ice Spice don't give a fuck. I also feel like, well, Ice Spice get tired of being, you know what I'm saying, jumped on when it come down to the barbs and tired of the sneak disses by Nicki Minaj. I think she's going to come out on the bag at Nicki Minaj and start disrespecting her next, like Megan Thee Stallion and Lotto. People get tired of that shit. People come here, you know what I'm saying, to do business, you know what I'm saying, to, you know, put their talents and do their music. They're not trying to be in this petty ass beef, you know what I'm saying, because somebody thinks they own you because they jumped on 2 features. You understand? So I believe that Nicki was talking about Ice Spice. And see, here we go with the issue that JT had when you don't clear this shit up. Nicki never clears up anything that the Barbs does. She let the shit marinate and she let the universe deal with it. And that's why people feel like it be smoke and beef when it probably not. But she don't correct this and say, no, I wasn't talking about Ice Spice. She'll just say that, oh, no, that's not true. But instead of verbally, you know, clearing this up, she's very messy. But that's all I got to say when it comes down to Nicki Minaj, and I'll catch y'all later.